And this is about Warner Brothers Discovery. All right. So the news dropped that Warner Brothers and Discovery have merged. And let me go ahead and bring up the article. I'm just going to kind of touch on it really. Where's the article? There we go. All right. So it says here Warner Media finalizes a $43 billion merger with Discovery. It will eventually combine HBO Max and Discovery Plus into a single streaming service. So I'm just going to read this first kind of paragraph just to discuss that. So it says here, Warner Media and Discovery have completed their merger. Warner Brothers Discovery, as the new entity is called, will eventually combine HBO Max and Discovery into a single streaming service. The blend of entertainment and reality programming could help Warner Brothers Discovery compete with the likes of Netflix and Disney Plus. In the meantime, the company will likely offer a bundle of the two services. Warner Media recently launched another streaming service in CNN Plus. All right, T. You hear news like that, right? You got two big brands, right? You got Warner Brothers, of course, the owners of HBO, and then you got Discovery, right? And then it even notices there CNN, another big Warner Brothers property. When you hear like a news like that in the media, what do you think? Like, is this going to be a big shakeup of media in general, or are we talking about another nothing burger?
I think it's going to be a big shake, especially with the plans that they've unveiled. It seems like Discovery coming in has really unlocked. They're going to, I should say. Uh, it looks like at a suggestion they're going to unlock the $1 billion properties that they have. And it's really cool because it's almost as if they bought a Rubik's cube and it was all jumbled up, and they're trying to make the pieces right. So we're gonna get the first side, which is blue, right? It's coincidentally blue, right? We're gonna get blue right, then we're gonna get red right, then we're gonna get
Right.
yellow, then green, and then orange. We're gonna make everything good, and I'm very hopeful. I'm happy, not only for movies and entertainment, but I'm especially happy for what this will mean for the comic books. It'll make people want to invest more in the comic books and really get into the DC characters and make Warner Brothers be at the top again, just like they used to be.
Yeah.
It's a good day, especially you're always pushing their directors, but their writing has gotten a little bit it's fallen off as of late. But I'm happy to see that someone recognizes. Wait a minute here, we're sitting on we're basically sitting on like our own Star Wars, and we aren't doing anything about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Like that's one of the funny things that we had saw is that right off the bat they said, yeah, like DC, and we'll get to the DC overhaul piece in a minute, but right off the bat they said, yeah, we need to use DC a little bit better than what we've been doing with it. And that's giving a lot of DC fans a little bit of hope. Man, we're kind of like, whoo, thank you, because we've been waiting for kind of Warner Brothers to get off the snide and say, hey, man, we're going to get after it and go hard with these DC properties, and maybe now with this merger and the shakeup, we're going to see that. But we'll get to that in a second. Here's a question that was posed on this particular article from the Motley Fool. Could Warner Brothers Discovery become the next Netflix? Okay. So it says here, and this is, more or less in regards to, stock trading and the money and all of that. But it says here, as a subsidiary of AT&T, Warner Media struggled to catch up to Netflix and the other streaming video leaders. But by spinning off Warner Media and merging it with Discovery, a fellow underdog in the streaming race, AT&T believed it could create a more streamlined company that wasn't beholden to its legacy telecom business. And we talked about this off the record. Remember, we were discussing the four networks, right? We always talked about the four networks when we were growing up, right? You had, CBS, you had NBC, you had ABC, and you had Fox, right? Those were like the big four networks. Now it seems like the four big networks have really changed into streaming services, right? You had Disney Plus, you had Amazon Prime, you had Netflix, and then HBO Max. Okay, but HBO Max seems like it was always the one kind of lagging behind, right? Amazon's got its Amazon Prime business, and it's kind of built into that, so that's like a separate thing. But they do put out pretty good programming, and a lot of people do say, "Hey, I'm holding on to this because I want to watch stuff like The Boys. I want to watch Jack Ryan. I like the movies that they offer." But now Here comes AT&T, Warner Media merging in with Discovery. Do you think they will be able to start competing on a realistic level? Could we see prices start to drop? Because HBO Max is like $15 a month, very expensive. Could we see them starting to come down in price? What do you think? Can they become the next Netflix?
Well, HBO Max already has tiers, I believe, right?
Right,
And
yeah,
so
they got like the commercial tiers, yeah.
I, I think what we know, one thing I know this you didn't mention this, but Hulu had the best idea ever when they first came out.
Hmm.
Hulu had every streaming service really on there, and it was just like a hub where it was one place where I can get everything. I might get it from some of the HBO, I might get it from this, I might get it. They were cherry picking. They've kind of gone away from that model, but I wish that there would be a central location for them to offer that.
Yeah.
Have it on demand. I wish they would work more with the cable companies so that you could see this, so everybody can get a piece of the pie. It's kind of difficult because they're having to deal with the fact it's a generational thing, right?
Yeah.
This generation, current generation, they're used to streaming. They got mobile access. Things are in their hand.
Right.
They're only trying to really look at an attention span of 2 to 3 minutes, right? You're gonna see 10-minute videos on YouTube and wherever. That's gonna go away eventually because people are like, hey man, their attention span is this much because people want to go because everybody's fighting for the in between space. I'm trying to fight for the commercial time, right? The commercial time in between my scenes and in between what I do, and whoever can master that and profit on it will make money. Netflix, I'm thinking that's a bunch of smoke and mirrors. What they do, they do a bunch of smoke and mirrors. Good for them. People invest in them. They got a product that people believe in.
Hmm.
I don't know what Warner Brothers or this Discovery is going to do to put themselves apart to be this. Oh man, I gotta have it. You know what I mean? That price point is puts them in a very bad position
Oh
because
yeah.
I'm not getting. What am I? I'm paying for something I can get on easily on Hulu for $6, $7, or I can get it on
100%.
somewhere else. I can go free on somebody's on the website. Like it's too much. I gotta pay $70 for the internet alone. Then I gotta pay another $60 for basic cable. Like it's
Right.
just too much.
Yeah.
So I think they all need to just come down, because let's just face it, the entertainment on these kind of platforms, like the platform we're on, and the
Hmm.
platform that you see on Instagram and these other things, that's entertaining. People want to see each other because you
Yeah.
know what? It's a way to. It's when I watch shows, it's an escape from reality. People, what are they going to do? Show me the plan that you're going to do that makes me escape from reality.
Right. Right. Yeah. I 100% agree. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to compete with Netflix. They're going to have to change up what they're offering in terms of, like content. Like they're going to have to push out content that the people are really looking for. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and get to the next topic. But folks, before we jump over to that, let me know what you think about this merger. Do you think that Warner Brothers Discovery, this new kind of media entity, is that going to be able to compete on a better level with the Netflixes and the Disney Pluses of the world? Go ahead, jump down in the comments, give us your thoughts on that. All right, T, we're going to move on.